Detroit Sports Network, home for your Michigan sports.
I'm T.Sims here with Detroit Sports Network. I'm your host. Today I got my guest, Mr. Rob Hunt. Thanks for coming. Thanks for taking a minute out your busy schedule to give us the opportunity to speak with you. Thank you for coming, Mr. Hunt.
I appreciate the opportunity to be able to do what I can do for Detroit Sports Network and everything that you guys do to promote our city and our great games.
Exactly. Detroit Sports Network is an up-and-coming network to try to get our local sports out here. Not just Detroit, within Michigan, but of course we're going to highlight youth, semi-pro, and high school ball. And the reason we've been trying to get you for so long is because you're killing two birds with one stone. You're a high school coach and you're a legend in semi-pro, a GOAT. So we wanted to talk to you about a couple of them things. So here we are. Within the last month or two, I probably talked to Mr. Hunt more than I ever talked to him in our 12, 15 years of battling.
That has been fun too.
Yeah. The mutual respect. So I appreciate you again giving us the time after a hard day at practice. What we do, we'll start since we're here at Cody High School, your new home. How was practice today?
Well, it was a challenge. Most practices are going to be a challenge, but you wake up, you look forward to the challenge to be able to help a young man get motivated in the right direction and going towards doing the things they need to do to prepare themselves to play the game of football the right way, but also be prepared for real life, because real life, doesn't always give you everything you want, and it's like 1st and 10 and 4th and short. You got to be able to make the situation work, whatever the circumstances are. So we want to be positive in those aspects.
All right. So we started here. He is, of course, the head coach at Cody High School and the head coach of the Detroit Seminoles. And what's your title as far as ownership with the Seminoles?
Well, we have always had ourselves, it was an entity of guys that started our program. A bunch of us that all had played college football had made a decision to walk away, so to speak, from a team that we had started, that had been established, the Detroit Buccaneers. So we're the birth child of the Detroit Buccaneers. And we just had a couple things that didn't go the way we thought they should, and we saw a bigger picture. And so as far as, like I say, the ownership is more like a Green Bay deal. It's more of a real corporate effort. Yeah, it's a group of us.
Okay.
So no one man makes any final decisions. Obviously with me being the face of it, fine, but it's folks I answer to. So
okay, I'm glad you said that.
A lot of people don't know that, but it's people
Exactly.
I answer to, and I want to make sure that that's known too, because the Detroit Seminoles never been a one-man show. I've been, the quarterback, so originally I was always seen, and then once I retired and ended up going into coaching, still folks saw me in that light. So I don't have a problem with accepting responsibility for that. I've always been one of the leaders in the program. Hey, if it's going down, I'll take responsibility for it, win, lose, or draw. So that's not a problem for me stepping into a leadership role, but it's always been a team effort.
Okay, good. And without you being on social media, you still being the face, that just shows how strong your personality, how strong your image is. And that's one of the reasons we wanted to talk to you also. It's a lot of people that don't know Rob Hunt. They just see you out here, going crazy, the bull, like you said.
That's all they see me in the arena.
So, but they don't know. So that's good. Good to know. So,
and I don't like to tear up the China shop either.
Okay.
That costs money.
So Seminoles is a group effort, but you, of course, is the head coach. How long have you been with the Seminoles organization?
From day one. Like I said, we started the program in December of '93. We got our articles of incorporation January of '94. So we've been actually a licensed semi-pro incorporation since 1994.
So you played quarterback from '94 to 2010. See, I know my history.
Yep, y'all ran me out. Hey, those hits start hurting at 42 years old. I thought you don't get up and can't do the Cam Newton at 42 years old. It's time, the game humbles you, and and I gave everything I had to the game, and I didn't have any more left to give. As a player, I didn't have anything left to prove. Obviously you want to win as many trophies and things as you can on the way out, but I made it back to my last game was a championship game. So we didn't win it, but I got to one. So I was very blessed for my team to be able to get back to that point at that stage of my career, to be able to play in a championship game. So listen, I was just thankful to be able to play the game of football with a good organization my whole career. with some good players, because obviously you don't have a winning program without having good players and coaches. So, everybody's always been a part of anything that I've ever done from the time I started being involved in Little League sports in 1976 to, like I say, the 2010 when I officially retired my athletic career, period. So.
Okay. So you were the quarterback for 17 seasons, and now the head coach since 2010-20, so going on probably the 10th season. How many championships do you have as a quarterback?
Okay. Well, I only count the Nationals. Those are the only ones that count. I have 3.
3 Nationals. 2002, 2004, and 5.
Well, we met back-to-back in 2003, 2 and 3. We missed it at 4. We lost, and then we went back again in 5.
Okay. And then you have a national championship as a head coach.
I got 1 as a head coach. The only undefeated season in the history of the program.
2013.
13.
All right.
Very, very, very fortunate that year. Very fortunate.
There's not many players out there that have a national championship as a player and a coach. We're sitting with 2 of them right here. Man. Do you enjoy coaching more or playing?
Oh, well, you always enjoy the playing. At least I enjoyed the play. I enjoyed the playing because I can affect the outcome of the game. As a coach, you can affect the outcome of the game, but you're not actually physically involved. When I was a player, I'm physically involved and engaged in the game, and you obviously being the quarterback, the turnout of the game usually is going to come out of your hands. So I enjoyed the playing because you had more control of the outcome than you do as a coach. Because as a coach, you give the instructions, and after that, it's pretty much pray that the guys got everything done and they did everything right. The study, the preparation was all proper, and you give yourself a chance to win at the end.
All right. So the Detroit Seminoles has been one of the forefront of Michigan Semi-Pro for, like you say, since way back. Why has the Detroit Seminoles been so good?
I just really want to say we just always tried to be consistent and true to who we are and what we wanted to do, what the original dream and goal was. The dream and the goal was to always become nationally recognized. We didn't want to, and I don't want to say this word, but I'll say it, quote unquote hood famous, because it's like most of the teams a lot of the teams that are playing now, they're not really concerned about expanding the game and being, you don't want to, you can say global, because football is kind of a global game now. We're playing games overseas and that kind of stuff, and guys are even getting opportunities to go play, some professional football overseas, and we've had guys do that. I know I played with Roy Granger for a long time, and when they used to play over in Barcelona, played in places like that. I just want guys to understand that the game is bigger than just a small entity. And then our reputation, the things that we do are on the line all the time, because you need fans, because you need the fans to support your efforts so that you'll have the resources financially to move your program and be able to do the things, because you want to travel and go play the bigger teams across the nations, like the Racines, the Marlboros, the Jefferson Cities, and numerous other teams. I know some couple of good team in Nashville. Consistent, I believe, the Storm. I don't know if I think that's who they are. But yeah, and there are a lot of good teams you want to be able to play that are not just in our own backyard. And so I want the game just to continue to expand and show the prosperity of Detroit football and show the greatness of Detroit football. That's been the biggest thing that our program was built on. We wanted to show Juggers that the kids from the PSL, we can go beat anybody across the nation, because back when I was in school, they didn't let the PSL teams really into the state playoffs. Right. So it was always something to prove. And, I definitely enjoyed the fact that once I came back home, the guys I played ball with, a lot of us, were Division II players. Everybody wasn't major D1 schools. We had a couple guys played D1, but most of the guys were a lot of Division II schools, black college guys. So we enjoyed playing against the big-time guys that played at these major programs, and all the Division I guys. I couldn't wait to play against Division I guys, because you had something to prove. So It was always an enjoyment. It was just about the challenge of the game.
You gave me a good political answer, but one of the reasons that I feel Detroit Seminoles is good and tough, because they took on your mentality, that tough mentality. Even if you beat the Seminoles, it's going to be a tough game. You will go home and banged and bruised up. You know what you're going to get every time you face the Seminoles. Tell me some of your toughest games. Well, first we'll go, what's your greatest win and what's your toughest loss with the Detroit Seminoles?
The greatest win, I'll probably just say the first one.
First championship?
Not just the first win, period.
First win?
Just
as an organization. Who did you play?
We actually played the Muskegon Blackhawks.
Okay.
Up in Muskegon. First game was on the road, too.
Was it a tough one?
Yeah, it was a 12-7 game.
12-7.
Through the game winning touchdown with about a minute and 10 seconds left, too. It was a tough game, man. We had
Who did you throw it to?
Brian Beatty.
Okay.
Brian Beatty. Matter of fact, we went together to play Little League ball together, so imagine that. I threw my first Seminole touchdown to a Little League teammate of mine. So
That's good. Toughest loss?
wow, there's too many of them, every last one of them. Well, since I am sitting here with you, probably the toughest one was the first one we ever lost to was into the team, first team we ever lost to here, which was at Ferndale in 2006 when we lost to you guys.
So Seminoles had a run from 1993 to 2006 where no Detroit team ever beat them.
Not even coming close either. And I don't want to. I'm saying that humbly, but
I remember.
Games wasn't really close.
What was the little saying? Another A? What was y'all initials?
ASAB.
What that stand for?
Another Seminole ass beat.
Another 50 zips and 40 zips was all across the board back in Seminoles' heyday.
We were, like I said, we were blessed because we had players. We had good players, and I don't want to say it to where any other teams around weren't giving maximum effort. Because I tell you what, the Steelers, the Motor City Cougars, they fought like hell. They had some great football players. A lot of guys, some of those guys I know end up playing with the Steelers, which end up turning into the Ravens program, so and coaching the whole 9 yards. So I'm never saying that to say that hey, we were just that much better, but I know we had a jump.
Right.
Because and our biggest thing was we were going back, really going after college players, and that's another thing I'm really trying to reestablish again. Yeah. And that's another, I want our game to be as professional as it is, because guys that have played college football, when they come back home, if they see riffraff, kind of hooliganism, and you just kind of be a beer league, figure they don't want to do that, especially when you're going to put your life and your body on the line playing contact football. Now, everybody go play flag football or touch because you're not asking that much of your body, but contact football is real football. You're trying to do everything you can to come out successful and be healthy after the ball games.
Okay.
Detroit Sports Network, home for your Michigan sports.